Live. Alrighty then, let's go! What's up, everybody? Master Maz here from Brain Education Middle East. How's it all going? Nice to finally connect with you this Sunday evening, 7 p.m. Doha time. And if you're watching from Europe, from the States, from all the way east in Asia, this is a time where we can connect together at the same time. And if you are watching this later on the YouTube, because we're streaming live there too, make sure to save it to some playlist that tells you this is a really amazing training and share it with your member, friends, families later. All right, everybody. So for those on the Zoom, let's shout out. Woo! Ramis Harb, how's it going? The healthy couple. Yay! Nice to catch you here. So I hope that you guys are ready. So this is going to be our gut, happy brain training. So in happy gut, happy brain training, it's all about the connection between this guy over here as our second brain and this guy over here in terms of really helping each other connect and talk to each other. This is a brain, this is a brain, and this is a brain. But we're going to go up from the bottom. So this is a bottom-up approach to holistic health. Usually when we talk about the gut, just to give you a little bit of context and background, most people talk about diets and lifestyles. This is about how you eat, how you manage your life, what you do, what you don't, what you put in here, hopefully what comes out there, that kind of thing. But this is not our focus today. Our focus is a much more tangible, actionable, and practical approach that is direct in how you stimulate your own gut, not only to improve your digestion and your mental health and clarity, but there's a lot of physiological and physical benefits involved in gut health, at least the way we do it as well. One is joint health. The circulation surrounding your gut is not only helping your intestines, your abdominal wall, all that stuff, but it's also helping your lower back, your lumbar spine is right behind your intestines. It's also going to be helping your hip joints as well as your shoulders. It's not that far off. Your diaphragm is right here, gut right underneath. So this is the only thing separating one part of your torso from the other. So this is going to help increase circulation throughout your torso. The second thing is actually your immunity. Yes, so your microbiomes, the ones that help protect you, all that bacteria that is positive for your health, immune system, is actually going to have more circulation run down to it. So from the same benefit of better circulation, you actually produce a better immune response. Third thing is you're actually going to help release toxins a whole lot quicker because our lymphatic drainage system is concentrated in a lot of areas around the body, but the highest is usually where we sweat and where our sweat glands are concentrated the most, around here, and around here, right? So these are all areas in which we're going to help increase heat, perspiration, a little bit of sweat. You're going to feel some heat that is quite abnormal considering how little we're moving. But that tells you that three things are being connected: how we're moving, how we're controlling our movement, how we're controlling our breathing, and how we're controlling our mind's focus. So this is all going to come together in one crazy session to help you feel warm in the body and very clear and cool in the mind. So not only mental and emotional benefits, but a lot of physical benefits too. The mental and emotional list is a long one, but the main ones I want you to focus on is the fact that hormonal balance can help be induced. Even menstrual cycles, men's cycles, if you believe in men being having menstruations of monthly periods at some point, yes, you can regulate your hormonal cycles to increase your serotonin and dopamine levels because they are excreted respectively 50 and 90% from here too. What's up, Ms. Vina? All the way from the tube. Thank you for being here. And also with regards to the emotion, neurologically, these two have a connection that's actually two-way. What that means is if this feels some form of comfort, and this is where we get really practical, I want you to kind of feel out and palpate around your gut. If you're feeling some tenderness, meaning, you know, a little pain or discomfort as you press and palpate around different parts, the soft tissue parts of your body, you should be aiming to have those feel like a little bit of jello. And I'm not talking about the fat, I'm talking about underneath all that. So underneath all that, it should feel a little soft, a little rubbery, but not firm like tree bark, and not firm like a wall, or like you're strengthening your abdominal wall. It's nothing to do with muscle strength at all. It's actually to do with how soft your organs are. And if you're curious to what the physiological explanation to what that is, just some quick information for you. you, your back is going to respond to a lot of different thoughts. You know, when you have stressful, nervous thoughts, your back is going to respond with a little bit of physical stimulation and tension, right? So when that back is really tight, the fascia, the skin underneath the skin that's holding up these organs like a sack, is also going to pull tight. That pulling tight on the organs is going to increase the inflammation around your organs, and that inflammation is going to go into a chronic and vicious cycle of producing even more stress physically throughout the body as well as inside the brain. If you've ever read the book of The Inflamed Brain, that's exactly what we're talking about here. Inflammation is a killer when it comes to increasing stress levels or cortisol levels throughout the body. So we want to reduce inflammations around here, and the key is, get this, palpation, sensation, neurofeedback, telling your brain something's happening here, as well as circulation. So heat and warmth is going to be our key. All right, guys, so if you've got comments, if you've got questions, if the sound is good, the sound's not so great, let us know in the comments, and we're going to hopefully take care of that technically. Our team here is going to be around to help you, and we're going to get close-ups so you can see what's going on, and we're also going to try and get wide and maybe even give you several angles so you can see in multiple ways what you need to do at home. All right, guys? So that's it. Let's get started. Nice and easy. First of all, this is in Korean tradition, so let's bring our feet together and greet each other with this simple word, 반갑습니다. Can you guys say that? 반갑습니다. And it means you look like heaven today. All right? So hands over your dungeon. Let's greet each other. 반갑습니다. And to your neighbors near, 반갑습니다. And far, 반갑습니다. Virtual neighbors, nearby neighbors, all that. DJ, hit that beat. Come on, let's go. All right, so let's go with first a rhythmic dungeon tapping. So dungeon is also our second chakra. So let's find that. Navel or belly button right here, 4 fingers underneath the navel, right here around the waist area. This is where we can connect with our second chakra or dungeon. So we want our fist to kind of close in like this, thumb inside because I don't want to close really hard, and then I want to tap the same point but move my hands circularly. So showing it to you from the side, just like that. My hands are moving in a circle and tapping the same point. And I do want to feel some pressure or a nice little tap here. I want to feel the vibration that's on the surface all the way into the middle. All right, so it is a drop of the arm, but not a forceful drop, just a drop of the weight. And I want my knees soft, my hips light, right? So soft lower body, soft joints. And then let's get into that rhythm. All right, let's do it for a count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, light disposition, casual, 10. And again, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. Let's do 20 more. Breathing out when you feel that heat, when you feel that tension inside your body. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40, 10 more. 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 50. Okay, so relax, sweep off. We're trying to bring our mind, thank you, to our body. So really bring your focus and attention, what you're feeling, to this place here. Whenever you feel that heat, exhale through. Connect the breath. Whenever you feel that tension or tenderness, maybe lighten up your tap, but keep the rhythm going. Rhythm is so important for the brain. Moving into rhythm is moving into your parasympathetic nervous system, otherwise homeostasis or relaxing state. You need to heal, and rhythm is going to help you do that. So rhythm can be the whole body, bouncing a little bit. So I'm giving you tips as we go, right? Not all in one go. So you can bounce a little bit, feet flat, kind of enjoy your movement, right? And then keep that tap going. And you can go wider if you want your hips to bend down more and increase circulation faster. All right, so try. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can hold still, but keep your knee joints and hip smooth and soft, bend slightly. 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Smile gently. Tell your brain you're doing okay. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40. Go ahead and tap on that last 10. Round the softer areas of your abdomen. So we're gonna be concentrating on this area for quite some time. So bring your attention, your focus right here. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Sweep round. Hai sho nada. Give your body that cool, soft feeling. So I sho nada. Feels so good. That's what that means. All right, guys. So we're gonna practice with the next exercise. It's called core power, aka intestine exercise. This is going to be again a rhythmic exercise, often confused for breathing exercise. This is not a breathing exercise, so you don't have to sync your breath with the movement. Breathe naturally and comfortably just whenever you feel like you need to let out some breath, especially when you have tension. All right, so let's prepare ourselves. I'd rather have my feet faced forward rather than feet faced out, right? So this is almost like a leaking of energy if you're aware of the meridian channels inside your body. Here they come in. When they open up like this, they feel flushed out, so it's almost like leaking energy out of the body. But even physiologically, it's also activating some muscular strength to hold up the sphincter muscles and keep your core activated and circulation accumulated right here, okay? So hands right here by your navel, and we want to pull in and pull out, focusing on the lower abdomen. There's my navel right there. Thumbs around my navel, and then coming down with the rest of the hand, pulling in, pushing out. My hands are not doing the work, my body's doing the work. So I'm actually pulling in, you can see that, and pushing out, boom, with my body. That's it. My hands are just kind of there to bring my mind's attention to that center. So I'm pulling in and pushing out. So let's do that in rhythm. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. This is where you start to feel that heat again. 1, 2, especially if you're focusing here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Really pull in as hard as you can and push out. 9, 10. Really good way to stretch the fascia around your low back. Let's do another 20. 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember to smile a little bit. Tell your brain you're doing just fine. 6, 7, 8. And relax the shoulders. 9, 10. So neurologically, your intestines are connected to your shoulders. They run through the back here, neurologically as well as through the meridians. So remember to drop the shoulders, relax them. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. There's so much involved in brain education that helps your body. We just did 2 simple exercises, and already we're introducing lots of new methodologies. In fact, it even incorporates craniosacral therapy. If you've ever heard of craniosacral therapy, it's a connection between your sacrum here and your crane. When you tuck in or pull in the intestines, this is considered like a sacral pump. The sacral pump is what helps push up the cerebral spinal fluid, otherwise called CSF. This is a fluid like radiator inside a car's engine. It goes up through the spine and actually circulates through the brain, cooling it off. Yes, you have a fluid that's meant specifically to cool down and ease stress off the brain. Amazing. It's about this much, and it goes through the spinal cord. That's what helps to do it. All right. This is the exercise we're going to carry out throughout the rest of the training until we sit down. So we're going to take on different postures. Try this one first. If you're more flexible, by all means, increase the angle, go a little deeper, and challenge yourself. But otherwise, keep it simple. Your focus is still the gut. So we're going to bend to one side, like a side lunge. Bring our hip over to one side, be knees bent. Then turn the upper body towards that knee and lean your back forward. Of course, more flexible, get down here, guys, right? Lean over here and then over to the other side. So you're using a lot of strength. You're opening up the hip joint, but of course, use the condition that best suits you. So I'm just gonna be here, leaning forward, back is kind of straight, and my focus is on the intestines. For 1, we're gonna do about 20, 3, 4, 5. So you can see one side is flushed out. If it's your right side, your liver, your large intestines are really nice and loose, but on your left side, your smaller intestines, your bladder, your stomach are really being pressed. All right, let's do 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you can even start to feel your low back squeeze, right? 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. So sometimes if this was really hard, we can feel a little bit of a cramp, or even in the joints. Let's go ahead and first tap those joints. So you felt it in your hips. If you felt it in your organs, tap the acupressure points around this area, wherever it is you felt it. And wherever it is you just tapped, go ahead and give it a nice sweep. Tell your body, I'm working with you, not against you. I'm not here to hurt you. And we want to heal together. All right, let's go ahead to the other side. Shift, bend one knee, turn the body, lean forward. Again, for those most flexible, get a little lower, of course, right? Up here is fine too. Lean forward and then come in and out. 2, 3. This is an exercise, remember. But for some, it's really hard to distinguish the breath separately. So you might want to breathe with it if it's really difficult to manage the breath, and that's okay, but keep focused on the movement more than the breath, at least for now. All right, let's do 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good job. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Beautiful job. Sweep round right here. Hai Shonada, right? That's that relief sensation. So I felt it a little bit on the open hip, so I'm going to go ahead and tap right here. Felt a little bit actually on the stretched side of my organs, so I'm going to tap right here as well. And then I'm going to sweep down. Tell my body you're doing just fine, right? All right, let's go really into a nice big horse riding stance. They call it a horse riding stance because if you imagine a horse was really humongous and this was its belly, it's going to push your knees out, right? So you want to imagine as though the horse's back is like pushing your knees out and round. Now from here, bend the hips like you're about to have a seat backwards. I'll show you the side profile, and lean slightly. So gravity's pulling your gut down. All right, so showing you from here, sit back the hip, knee above the ankle, and then lean forward slightly. That's all it is, right? I'm going to continue here for 10, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Keep your focus right there. 9, 10. Continuing from the front. You guys don't have to move. Just showing you a different angle. 3, 4, 5. Let it drop, right? 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. You can kind of sweep and feel that heat. You can feel that tugging on your low back like it's pulling your muscle and fascia apart. That's perfect, right? So we're already leaning forward, stretching the low back a little bit, and then we're pulling the fascia actively. So this is an incredible stretch, but in a micro scale, right? Okay, let's keep going. And I want you to actually forget about the hands up here. Let's extend the meridians in the front. So we're going to go to one side. Stagger your feet, and what I mean by stagger is don't have them directly in front of each other. Open them up to the side, okay? Like that. And then lift up the heel on one. Again, if you're more flexible, deep lunge like that, but try and keep the back leg straight and squeeze that butt for me. There you go. Okay, from here, open up the hands. There, so you can feel the extension through the solar plexus, the abdomen, and the chest. Pull up the spine, and let's do our intestine or core power exercise right here. Pulling in, pulling out. So you can see my stomach is really working. My low back is really active right now. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. 10 more. 9. Keep pulling up the spine. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Squeeze. 9, 10. Ouchie, 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 ouchie. On this one, you may have felt it in the low back more. So go ahead. If you're in partners, you know, if you have someone you love nearby, have them tap you on the low back a little bit. Like this, right? Cup the hands. Make sure there's a little space here, not a vacuum like this. Little space. And tap the low back for them. Exhale. And then go ahead and sweep down. Feels so good. Caring and working at the same time. Let's switch to the other side. And then from here, again, more flexible. Please get a little lower by all means. Challenge yourself because this is going to help you in the long run. From here, open up the spine. Squeeze that back glute so you can straighten that back leg too. And then here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good job. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 more, guys. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great job. So, conscious movement, conscious posture. What does it mean? When I ask you to pull the hands, don't just do it mindlessly. Mindlessly. If your mind is connected to your body, where should your mind be? Right here. So if you can't feel your body, that's body or mindless, right? So less of your mind is in here. Feel your spine pull up. Feel your chest expand. Feel like you're really stretching the skin on the front of your body and torso right here. Feel like your hips are opening. Just feel more. The more awareness you can bring to your whole being, the more conscious and sensitized we can become, which is the beginnings of actually emotional intelligence and sensitivities through the body. Yes, you can do that because your body holds emotions. If you understand what these are, how they feel, you can grow a lexicon for emotion as well. Lexicon means a vocabulary that's just in your body. Okay, now let's get a little fancy. Try again with the wide step, horse riding stance. Get a little lower. Oh, Aya, this is amazing. She gave me the dab emoticon. That's cool. All right, pulling up and then lifting with the hands, sit in the hips. This is going to be really exciting, guys. Imagine when we open up our office in Gaza, Palestine, like how many more people are going to actually enjoy these trainings. Oh, so back to this exercise here. And pulling in, pulling out, right? So I'm just sitting the hips like before, but my body's extended up. I'm upright with the upper body, sunk with the lower body. In and out. I'd say we got about 10 more. Good. Keep pulling in and out with that body. 3. Good. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ouchie, 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 ouchie. So if you've been sitting all day, you're going to definitely feel your back on that one. Oh, you might need some help reaching it. That's where your partner comes in, right? Okay. Otherwise, do your best to just kind of tap wherever you felt it and sweep down. Ooh, nice job. Okay, so let's get into some more interesting positions. This is going to be meridian exposing, and it's like exposure therapy. Meridians not only hold our energies, but hold our emotions too. So we're going to stretch to one side, still increasing with the exercises. From here, watch this. I'm leaning to one side. I'm curving the spine, right? I'm not pushing out the hip. That's different. My hips are still kind of centered, but I'm curving my rib cage. So I'm exposing my lung meridian, my liver meridian. And then from here, watch this. Inhale. And pulling out, whoo, so there's that organ really being exposed, making it really vulnerable. And get this, we're gonna do a core power exercise from this position. Crazy. Here, 1, 2, 3. So that's my hands just to kind of show you that my body's moving. 4, 5, 6, good job. 7, 8, 9, 10, release out. I don't know about you guys, but these movements are so simple, but so direct and effective, pinpointed kind of where we want to have, or what do we want to have influenced, that you feel the heat right away. Bodily heat like that doesn't get created normally, not by regular exercise and not being conscious about that heat too. So you want this heat. That's how we really get our immune and our internal power and energy out more. Okay, try again from this side, pulling your body to one side, again, bending the spine, arching the rib cage. You want to imagine like your rib cage is spreading out like a butterfly, right? Like that. And then pull out, inhale. There. Exhale. And then from here, breathe naturally now, pulling in and out with the intestine. 2, 3. Great core power exercise. 4, 5. Ooh, if you're hearing noises, gas is moving around. There's so much gas and toxins inside, gas pockets actually, inside your gut. That's a good sign. Liquids being moved around, gas is being freed up. 7, 8, I lost count. 9, let's do 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! Hi, Shonada. If you guys felt that, go ahead and tap where you felt it. So I'm always checking in with you. How does it feel? Do you notice a difference before and after? Do you generally feel a sense of lightness, a more vivid idea about your internal temperature, or maybe even how free this all feels? Like if you just move around, does it feel generally lighter, like you lost some weight, even though we didn't lose pounds, but we definitely lost some heavy energies that were stagnant inside our body? All right, last one before we get into our seat. Ready? Right here. So we're going to just bend the knees a little bit forward. I'm going to show it to you from the side, actually. Okay, so really important, right, to squeeze the glutes. That means just squeeze the butt together like you're trying not to go to the bathroom so that we can protect the low back. All right, so from here, inhale, push the hips and the knees forward. As you push, squeeze that butt together. Great. And then from here, extend your arms up and back. Beautiful. And just like that, we're going to start pulling in, pulling out. So you can see I'm lean slightly backwards now. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Keep squeezing that butt. 9, 10. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. High Shonada. So you should feel like that extension through the back, that opening of the solar plexus, opening of the hips, and whew, a whole lot more heat opening up. So to have you my eyes as to how I create these and design these trainings, I'm always looking to bring the water up and fire down. So whenever I look at my meridians, right, I try to open up the meridians down the front. So our conception vessel meridian, this is what this is called, is what has our heart focus on bringing the energy down into the rest of the body. And the governing vessel meridian up the spine is what helps cool our brain. So all the way from the kidneys, heart and kidney circulation. That's that yin, that's that yang, circulating energetically through the body. So I'm always focusing on, if my heart's not bringing good enough heat down to the body, what could I open up that's helping that passage really free up, right? What could I open up down the back if it's muscular tensions or musculoskeletal tensions that actually has more fluids, more circulation grow up through our stomach, our backs and into our brain? That's how I'm thinking about these things when we design these programs, especially in the first section of our training, which is Do-In, pulling the mind into the body. That's what it's called, Do-In. All right, so let's have a seat. Get into some nice healing acupressure therapy, and then go into some energetic awareness meditation. Go ahead. Oh, yeah. I just realized saying all these terms, it's probably not what most people are used to, right? Energetic acupressure therapy, meridian, water up, fire down. You just want to focus firstly on the fact that your body can continue to experience new things every time. That's actually setting a beginner's mind at the beginning of every training. Even us, when we think we know the trainings, when we think we know the exercises, we don't know what new effects those same exercises can bring to our bodies because our conditions change every day. You are an evolving human being. Every part of you is evolving. Your body's evolving. Your mind's evolving. Your emotions are evolving. So even if you do the same things to yourself every day, it doesn't guarantee the same results, right? So you're always changing. And so even if you were to do the same exercise tomorrow, it's going to feel very different because your mind about it, what information you've gathered from your experience prior to that exercise is going to be way different. And so the way you perceive things, recognize your condition, and associate meaning to that recognition is going to be totally different. And that meaning is going to perpetually enhance your experience and make your brain super rich with all that sensory experience. And that's why we call this whole thing an education. This is an experiential learning. All right, guys? So, enough of my rant. Let's get into this acupressure treatment. So acupressure points are just points through which energy moves in and out of the body, but it's also areas where we can expose certain vulnerabilities. So I'm going to teach you about, let's go 4 points today. There's a lot of points, but we're just going to go 4 points today. All right, here's the first one. Find your navel first, right? So from here, I'm just shaping my fingers like this, right? So this is what they look like on the inside, just so that I can kind of press. Make sure rhythm is your stimulus, all right? So this is a really good way, even after you have or haven't done the exercises prior to make your body feel really good, get from that tenderness to more softness and more flow, all right? So find your navel, and we're gonna go up like 2 inches into the landing of our solar plexus, or otherwise our 3rd chakra. This is the soft landing that isn't the rib cage here. It's a little bit below, right? So it's where the softer part is right here. And I'm going to start palpating and stimulating this solar plexus region here in a gentle but felt and good even pressure. So there's no limit to how deep you can go. I bet if some of you are super, super healthy in your pancreas, in your liver, then you can get in super deep. Like my fingers can disappear into this body right now. So that's like got in this deep, right? So it doesn't matter how deep you can go. Point is, until you really feel it. You might feel some tension, some form of blockage, some general firmness that you don't know how to control, right? Maybe you've eaten something. Maybe your body's having a bit of a reaction. Maybe it's just holding some excess tension. Keep that stimulus going and learn to forgive yourself. Learn to be accepting of your body's condition. Because acceptance and forgiveness are the keys to change. If change was a door, your key was acceptance and forgiveness. No matter what you think you did to yourself, you have to forgive everything you ever experienced because that's all you knew to experience. You didn't know better. So everyone's in a way doing their best as they know how. All right, so that's the key to forgiveness. Acceptance is our bodies are never really truly perfect. And in fact, if we try to achieve perfection, it's a very hard thing to grasp. So acceptance is of any condition, good or bad. This is how you are now. It's not how you are forever. So it's actually just what you've got right now, but you won't have that forever. Things like this are transient. Things like this can change, right? That's the lesson. And then right away, just with that information, that self-affirmation, that gentle pressure, you're giving yourself control of movement. You're giving yourself control of information. You're giving yourself control of feeling as you're sensing what you're feeling as you palpate here. All of that is activating your brain. All of that is comforting and healing for your brain. And as soon as your brain feels this, it's going to generate some heat and bring a neural feedback to tell it, oh, you want me to pay attention there. You want me to help you out there. Okay. That's what we're doing. Great job. Nice, right? Very relaxing in a sense if you really focus on the rhythm, the stimulus, the vibration, and the sensation. All right, from here, navel, back where we were starting in the focal point, we're going to go left a couple of inches. And again, here is right between 2 organs. In fact, 3. You got your stomach, you You've got your kidney directly behind this point, actually. It's around the waist meridian. And you've got your lower intestines. Everything is being touched just through this palpation. And if you guys want to understand more about the gut and brain healing connection, we've got a nice, or actually very informative, 3-hour gut and brain healing workshop, right? So you can guys sign up for that. It's in the link in our Instagram bio. And really go into connection of something that is quite divine. And that's how we are all connected to something of a motherly energy and nature. Because this navel represents our connection to our mom, right? The womb. And how these different capillaries and veins connect through to all of our organs. And in fact, these veins still exist as dried ligaments, meaning you are touching your organs internally by moving in and out with your navel. It's incredible, the connection, both scientific as well as spiritual. Great. And so from here, if you'd like and you feel like, whoa, that was really difficult or really painful, give yourself some love right now. Touch has been proven scientifically is to activate serotonin, right? So hugging, caressing, some form of touch and affection is really, really, really healthy for the brain. Do that with your kids, do that with each other, especially if you know each other, just give them some of that reinforcing touch. From here, navel, down towards our lower abdomen. This is going to be touching on our smaller intestines, on our bladder. And actually, in our gut and brain healing workshop, we delve more into what each of these organs carry and represent emotionally and how that affects your brain. So your emotions are also in your organs. Different ones carry a different gauntlet of emotions. And if you take the general rule of making yourself feel lighter, you're going to hopefully change the way you connect and relate to the emotions trapped inside there. So it's all through that sensation, through that palpation. The movement is in rhythm. Your brain is synchronized to that with your brainstem. Your breath is letting out with any tension you feel or sense, even any thought or memory. Sometimes these psychosomatic conditions, these symptoms that are physical, are actually emotional or mental, and they hold memory. Your body's an archive, a library of all your past life experiences. Rubbing. Moving from the navel over to the right side now. This is actually my favorite corner because it touches on the liver and the large intestines. The liver has a lot to do with our frustration, our lack of control, how we feel we're helpless, how we feel we can't really take control of our surroundings, and sometimes we don't really need to. See, in this region of the world, in the Middle East, a lot of times we're left to feel like we're victims, left behind or lagging, misunderstandings, separated, or really just separate from each other as cultures. If you can resolve the separation anxiety, the ability to not control someone else because they're different to you, or not understand why they're so different, if you can resolve that inside your body and understanding why are different things acting up, why are different things functioning not in the way I wish them to, if you can find resolve and peace in that inside your body, acceptance, forgiveness, we've solved it. We've done it as individuals, and we can do it as a society. So you can learn so much about character, about humanitarianism, just from how you feel your body. Can you really accept your flaws? Can you really accept your differences? Why one side can be so dramatically changed and the other not so much. Good. Rubbing this part here. We're going to come back to the center now, and we're going to do a gentle breathing. And that's going to be our final before the energetic awareness section. So from here, this is where we do the breathing. Your hands are just covering your abdomen, and your body, you're upright, with your spine straight. And you want to expand your abdomen like it was a balloon. Really feel like this part is expanding much like an inflated balloon. And then exhale. Make sure not to add any tension in your shoulders, in your chest, in your back. Expand as you really inflate. And you know, if you're working with kids or working with adults or working with any kind of intelligences, sometimes different tools can help, like imagination. So you might want to imagine the balloon has a certain color. And with every breath, that color gets lighter and brighter, as though your exhale was taking out or dissolving all the bad granules, particles inside your balloon. Like somehow some dust got inside. And your lungs are helping take out this dust. So when you breathe into your beautiful balloon, you breathe in smoothly and softly without any hindrance, clear and clean. Those granules, those dust, those deeper and darker colors can represent heavier emotion, can represent a heavier memory, can represent a heavier incident or event, can represent a connection or a relationship you're having right now or had in the past. It can represent a relationship or an anxiety about something still to come. The more you can change the quality of your breath, you can hear it, you can feel it, to something smooth, something soft and deep. Not abrupt, not heavy and fast. The more you can feel your mind change towards that which you imagine. If you brought up a relationship, turn your breath smooth about it. Turn your breath deep about it. Let more of it go. Have more of it free. If you thought of a person, lighten up about them. Ease up on them. Because they've got flaws. They've got understandings. And they've got plenty of things to be thinking about besides the things you want them to think about. And we have no idea most of the time what most people have in their minds. Heck, most people don't know what's in our minds. That's the level of understanding and kindness we should have with ourselves, with our breath, with others. Beautiful. So this becomes more than just a breathing meditation, right? This becomes a very mental and mindful meditation that you can bring in so much history, future, present, relationships. All of it can turn lighter if you infuse it with the quality of your breath. All right, let's get into our energetic awareness and meditation. This next part is called Ki-Gong. It actually means to go beyond your emotions and your thoughts, more into sixth sense sensations. So let's really sensitize our hands, and we're going to notice something like a feeling between our hands, and we're going to try and move it so that we can actually sense Ki-Gong, or this energy meditation, between our hands as well as between our hands and our bodies. Let's go ahead first, rub them together. Make them nice and warm. Rub, 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 rub. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. From here, let's go ahead and shake our hands. 10, 9, 8. Really relax them. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, One. Good. At first, bring your hands around the solar plexus area or your chest. Keep some room between your elbows and your body. From here, slowly, you can close your eyes and follow with my instruction. You can peek a little bit every once in a while to see what's going on. But sense your hands without touching your hands. Can you feel any sensation in your palms, between your palms, around your palms? Let's try and really expand our mind. Go beyond what you thought was possible. See if you can expand wider whilst sensing and still being connected to that feeling. Maybe try and get in closer and really harness some accumulated sense. This can be your bioelectric matter. This can be your energy. This can be your thoughts, your dreams, even your heart. What do you feel sensorially? Is it heat, tingling? Can you describe it as soft or heavy or light? Does it have a color or maybe a shape in your mind's eye? Does it change in where you feel it, how intensely you feel it, based on where your hands are or how far apart? This is Ki-Gong. This process alone moves our brainwaves from a beta thinking state to an alpha, an open focus state. More healing, more refreshing, more releasing. Your body and your mind can be feeling so light. In fact, you become light. At this point, slowly bring your Ki-Gong sensation with both your hands a little bit lower and towards your lower abdomen, and gently and slowly turn your hands in towards your body without touching. At this point, let's perform Ki-Gong with our body, our abdomen, our lower Danjan Dantian, or second chakra. That same point that we started off with in the beginning of this session. Can you feel as though your body is emanating something? Like your hands are having a conversation with your body. Like your body is pushing or pulling. Maybe you can match it with your breath. As you expand, your arms go wider, broader. And as you breathe out, your hands collapse and descend. Can you genuinely feel like it was your experience? Like there was something of a medium between your hands and your body, pushing and pulling, feeling. Can you slowly now, gently, softly, very touchy area here in front of your chest. You might want to start off closer this time. In the beginning, just feel. This is around your Dahn acupressure point, or otherwise fourth chakra. Slowly expand. Your heart's very soft at this moment, very mellow. Can you imagine it telling a story through your feeling? Like how shy it is, or how humble, or maybe how brave, maybe how uncertain or how unknowing. The heart doesn't need to feel brave at all. It's naturally strong. It beats every second of every moment you're alive. It doesn't need to prove anything. But can you feel how it feels to you, to your mind? Can it be lighter? Can it feel softer, less heavy? What are you carrying? What can can you let go of? What feelings, what memories, what thoughts? Finally, slowly bring it up to your brain. At this point, you might be feeling something, or you might not be feeling anything at all. But even not feeling is still a feeling. So let's try and imagine as though our brain was respiring. If our brain was expanding with every breath, like it was pulsing, move your hands as though it was pulsing. And I want you to imagine as though your hands now become healing hands. Can you imagine as though information, memory, or emotion inside your brain were objects? Could you brush them away? Could you comb them to the back, shrugging them off like you were combing your hair or putting on your clothes? Maybe go to the areas where you feel your head is slightly heavier or you have less feeling. Wake it up. Go to the areas where you feel even your hands and your body is a little heavier on that side. Move it around a little bit. Like you were imagining, like just the movement alone is shrugging off heaviness, shrugging off weight. Beautiful for kids to imagine. Like they can make their brains more colorful. What color do you want your brain to be? What color does it have right now? What's the first color that comes to mind? Is it dark? Or is it really bright? Is it golden? Is it shining? Is your brain a shining brain? Be honest. Can you really have integrity and a self-worth to tell your brain, I have a golden brain. I have a shining brain. I have a beautiful brain. Can you believe your own voice as you say it? Say it. Say it out loud. My brain is beautiful. My brain is shining. My brain is golden. My brain is light. Slowly release the hands down. Take a deep breath in, inhale. Exhale out. Inhale. Exhale out. Inhale. Exhale out. Rub your hands together. Make them nice and warm. Rub, 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 rub. And then from here, go ahead and cover your eyes. Roll your eyes to the right and left. Feel that beautiful heat from your palms up and down. And then roll your hands down with your face and your head, your neck, shoulders, chest, all the way down. Whoa. Let's go ahead and close our session. We're going to say Kamsamnida. If you guys have any sharing comments, go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and first close. Hands over your dungeon. Let's thank each other. The word is Kamsamnida. And that means thank you. Kamsamnida. And to your neighbors nearby, Kamsamnida. Kamsamnida. To the neighbors far and close. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Wow. You guys are really amazing. I think today was a really nice flow. A flood of information, but I hope that you guys were able to manage it and still move through the exercise and move your mind, move your feelings and your body. Dude, Ramas, you're beautiful, buddy. It's not just the training. The eyes are what see and feel, right? So that's it. You are that feeling. Beautiful. You're welcome, buddy. Thank you so much for being a part of it. I hope to see you more. All right, guys, and over in the tube, thank you so much for joining. I hope that you guys felt great, feel a little lighter, brighter. That's the real thing of energy, bright and light. All right, guys, so hopefully we're going to do an Instagram Live as well as Facebook on Tuesday. That is 7 p.m. Doha time, so join us then. until next Sunday, I think. And I'll see you next time. All right, guys? Master Maz from Brady Education Middle East, out.